Welcome. This is a presentation for LenvoHRM. It's a web-based application that handles the main functionalities of HR, starting with recruiting, personnel, payroll, training and development, performance appraisal. It also includes self-service pages and mobile app. The application shows a coherent dashboard when you log into the system. As we can see, the system displays the current count of employees. Also, by connecting the system to different attendance devices or using the GPS attendance through the mobile app, the system will be able to calculate the percentage of late time for your employees in time. As an example, if you have 100 employees, 20 of them came in late, the system will display a 20% of your employees are late for the day. Also, it will display the numbers. The same applies for the working hours and time hours. If your employees worked 100 hours per day and 30 hours of them were overtime hours, the system will display 30%. Also, the system displays the number of pending requests that were placed by different employees through self-service and the app. All these numbers are displayed in different detailed report as we will see later on. Also over here, the system will display a chart including the employees count, count of designations, suspension, and quittance. By clicking on the label, you will remove or display a certain item. On the right hand, the system will display different news that is placed by the company, including not exclusive to system updates and any updates related to workflows and regulation. Usually, these updates are reflected on the system through our online updater. On the dashboard, you will also see employees who came in late with the numbers, with count of minutes or hours that they are late within this list. Also, this system displays no-show employees and their expected work start. Yesterday's no-show, and if you have any employees on vacation or a leave, will be displayed in this list. We will see two different parts: the employee profile and the organizational structure. As you can see, through the system, you can display the employee's profile, which includes personal information and administrative information. The system also includes a picture, job title, contact details, email, and the vacation balances. Also, these personal information are reflected within different official reports, such as Social Security and taxation if applicable. Also, the system includes family members, which are used for health insurance details. In the Details tab, you can configure as a user different data sets and different fields, accommodate different pieces of information that are required by your business, yet are not included by default by the system. These information could be used to generate different alerts and notifications. Files. Within the files, you can upload different files and scans for national IDs, passports, or even a Word document CV. In the Self-Service tab, you can manage the account of the employee in order to access self-service pages. Within the Contracting tab, we can see different transactions related to the employee's contract, starting with a designation for the employee from a certain date with a certain basic salary. Contracting includes different pieces of information, such as the operation date, signing date on designation, basic salary, working hours, and currencies. It also includes payment method, social security, and taxation. The social security and taxation are applied based on the country law and regulation. As we can see within the employee's profile, we can see the contracting and changes that were applied on the employee, and they are being archived. So the transaction starts with a designation, then different amendments, reaching to end of services, and it might include a rehiring or a redesignation. Also, the system handles tickets, ticketing system for the employees if you have this included within your policies. Health insurance includes schemes, different parts of the insurance include claims and also the system handles attendance. Attendance module operates with three main parts. First part is the expected working schedules, which is configured through the system. Basically, we tell the system that the employee is expected to start his work or her work on a certain day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. with one lunch break hour. So we identify the expected working schedule. We identify the attendance policies, which will tell the system what to do if the employee punched in late or has worked overtime. And the third part is the actual punches, which are fetched either by connecting directly in real time to attendance devices or through punching, which we will see later on. The system will take the actual punches and the expected working schedule and apply the attendance policies. The system will be able to calculate overtime and late time, and both of these are reflected in different ways. They could be reflected directly to the salary, translated financially. Also, the system is able to translate late time and overtime as vacation balance. In the attendance settings, the user can configure which attendance devices are allowed for the employee to use. Also, the system will be able to transfer fingerprints and face prints to different devices and branches. Overtime. Within the overtime tab, you will see all the overtime that was entered, requested, or calculated by the system automatically. Also, it includes overtime approvals. So the system accommodates overtime approvals. So if an employee attends more than the working hours, overtime has to be approved by the direct manager through the self-service pages. Vacations, again, all the vacations entry, including vacations that were requested, self-service will be displayed. Within the system, different types could be identified for the and the balancing is calculated according to the company policy. By default, when we install the system, we will install it with the workflow regulations based on the country. Within the procedures tab, you can display different financial and non-financial procedures, including allowances and deductions. It also includes different administrative procedures such as warnings. It also includes different procedures such as advanced salaries or loans. The system is able to identify different count and installments of installments, and you can reschedule them later on. The system also includes assets in custody, which could include laptops, mobile phones, or any assets that are handled by the employee need to collect when you end their services. Within the talent management, over here, after performing different appraisals and evaluations, all these evaluations will reflect on the talent tab under competencies and compliance with their responsibility, which is explained within. In short, the employee profile includes all the information and you can perform all operations related to this employee. That does not mean that you have to do the operation for each employee through navigating to all profiles. We have different screens for mass transactions. These could be found within the main menu under multiple procedures or even attendance. You can change the working schedules and attendance rules or policies through a mass transaction screen. When you identify the employees and you link them to job descriptions, job titles, and departments, the system will be able to generate an organizational structure. This organizational structure will be used for requests and workflows for approvals. In other words, you can identify different workflows and approvals for a vacation request, or a leave request, or an advanced salary request. These workflows could differ and could differ in number of steps and who's going to handle such requests. As an example, if this employee, certain employee, places a request, and the second step could be direct manager, then the system will select this request to their profile. You can include as many steps as you want. Usually, an employee places a request, goes to the direct manager, and then to the HR department, final approval, and it will be reflected directly on the system. Different requests could have different work. The system also includes payroll calculation, and it generates different reports, including salary slips and salary statements. As we can see, this is salary calculation screen. We select a certain month, certain year, and we can filter through typing the department name or the department ID, or we can just select the departments that we want to calculate the salaries for. We can also do the calculation by selecting a certain employee or multiple employees within the system. Selecting a month and clicking calculate, the system go through all the information related to this month and perform the calculation. On the right side, we will see number of calculated salaries and the number of end of services that should be calculated. Under the number and the percentage, the system will display different alerts and notifications. As an example, we have a negative salary for one of the employees. In order to see which employee that we have a negative salary, just click on the employees count. The system will display this employee for me. I can display different reports such as salary slips with details, and even exporting a salary statement to an Excel. We will see an example of the salary slip. The salary slip is created by default from the system to include all details of different procedures and financial information. However, it could be customized based on the client needs in terms of displaying information. So the salary slip includes employee name, number, basic salary, actual working days, and then financial entries. Actual salary, if we have social security, if we have taxation, for sure this applies based on the law and regulation. Any other information. Also can calculate different salaries based on different currencies. Salary statements could be displayed based on currencies or a consolidated report that could be generated based on certain currency. After performing the calculation and displaying different reports, you can send a notification for the employees to check their self-service pages and display their salary slips. The system includes a significant number of reports covering different areas: employees' information, procedures, summary and detail, vacations and vacation balances, and other reports related to health insurance, etc. All the attendance reports, including summaries and detailed reports of absence. Also, the system includes all financial reports and payroll reports, including bank transfer reports, which could be exported to Excel and could be created in a format that the bank requires for salary transfers. In some countries, the system is directly linked to banks and salary transfers are done through the system. Now we will go through the self-service pages. Self-service pages It includes a web version and a mobile app. The mobile app allows the user to receive push notifications, and it's used to register attendance transactions using. When the user logins LenvoHRE, directly they will see your personal information, including annual vacation balance, sick leaves, and announcements. The user will also have a shortcut for placing different requests, such as vacation request. In the vacation request, the employee will be able to select the type of the vacation or leave. Also, if the employee is a direct manager or a department lead, they will be able to see the employees within their department. This is very handy for departments that include operational employees, such as drivers or other occupancies that could be limited with internet access. So the direct manager can place different requests on behalf of their employees, and it will go in a certain workflow that we have. The system includes an option that will force the employee to upload a file. This is useful when we have a sick vacation or leave. So the employee has to upload a medical report before submitting their. The system includes a significant number of requests from vacations, placing uh, procedure requests such as compensation for transportation. It also includes resignation request, handing an asset back. All these requests are included in the system. The employee can also display all information related to him or her through the system. So, as an example, vacation balances, they can display their balances. And if they want to see the details, why this balance is 7.199, easily they will click and they will see the details of the balancing, including all added balances and the vacations that they took. And in case there is an expiry within a certain location, they will be able to display. Also, attendance, including working schedules, punch log, summary. Within the salaries, they can display salary slips and any financial procedures. Health insurance and their health insurance scheme. Their family members will be displayed within this tab. Also, they can display the assets that they have on. The system also displays different requests and these requests that need to be processed by them. The system handles the requests within an pre-identified workflow. However, the system also includes both escalation and delegation for different requests. Delegation allows the employee to transfer the request to a certain employee for approval, and the escalation could be done on different levels, either uh, being off duty or on a vacation or any other any other uh, needs, such as not responding for a a certain request, keeping it pending uh, for a certain count of days. So the request will be directly escalated to another